Good daytime. Is it me? It has to be. No one can argue it at this point. No one's technology dies as fucking frequently as mine. It's me, right? It has to be. I know. I'm genuinely thinking of just overhauling my personality. Like, should I just wear pink and fuzzy things and be like all the time? Like, maybe if I'm dumb and innocent, it'll stop. I'm so tired of dumping money into this machine. I cannot fucking tell you. My monitor died. But look. Oh God.
New one?
Yes.
Good.
And it's beautiful.
Excellent.
Thank you. But look, I set up my stream so when it's just too much.
Oh, she got her doggy.
You wanna join me? Sometimes it's just too much.
Bob! Bob, get up! Bob, what's going
So
on?
excited.
Bob!
It's perfect. And dog room. I know, Trick's like, get the fuck out of my bed. I know. Yes, I had to go to the Mecca that is Micro Center today, and like, I was just so angry I didn't even have fun. That's the killer. Like, normally, a trip to Micro Center is a treat, right? Not today. I should have got a mic arm. That's what I should have done, but I didn't. So we're suavely. This is gonna swivel all of it. She's so close to death. She's so close to death. This poor mic stand. That's what I should have got, but here we are. Yeah, before I moved this, actually, so I'm not even blaming it, this swivels loose. It won't tighten anymore because I've swiveled it too many times. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate you. They're the best monitor. That's genuinely, like, the monitor that you sent me is what my other two are. And I texted Knives this morning about it because I was so frustrated. And he was like, what kind are you going to go for? I'm like, I'm getting the exact same thing as my other two monitors because they've lasted for 6 years. And I'm not fucking with you guys. This is brand new. This piece of shit. It's not even 6 months old. It's me, I swear to God. Like, I just can't figure it out. It's me. Like, I'm the thing. So I think I'm just gonna... What monitor was that? I don't even know anymore. I got it, like, it was a floor model. Because I cracked a monitor that was an old monitor, so it's fine. So I got that so it doesn't have a warranty or anything on it, unfortunately. Oh my God, Kona, no shit. That was literally I had two options. Either go live and hang out with you guys for a few hours and get really high because I'm really tired and really stressed out, or take a sledgehammer to that monitor. I think I'm still gonna take a fucking sledgehammer to the monitor. I think I have to. It's just a piece of shit. I'm so, like, it happened before I moved all my setup, so I know it wasn't due to the move, but randomly, all of a sudden, I put a video on Twitter and on Blue Sky this morning if you guys want to see what it was doing, but across the bottom of the screen, it would just flicker white lines. Like a chunk about this thick, just directly across the middle of the screen, and everything you're thinking to suggest, trust me, I did. Like, man, I even, with the tweet, I was like, if you fucking tell me to trade HDMI cables, I'm gonna fucking scream. Like, yeah, I'm dumb. I'm not that dumb. For fuck. Like, I did it all. I tried new monitors, everything. Yeah, it was flickering white lines, and everything online was like, it's dead. It's just done for. I even plugged the monitor into the other computer, and it was the same. And I took a recording with OBS, and it didn't go through to you guys. So all of these things concluded that the monitor just was a piece of shit, and I was a dumbass for buying a floor model. Ugh. So not again. I got myself a nice monitor. I got an IPS, which I've never had before, so I don't know what that means. I know, right? Like, genuinely, all of the issues I've had recently are, like, best case scenario. The cheapest fixes, right? A fucking cooler, it's $130. Like, it's not cheap, but it's a lot cheaper than a video card or something horrible going wrong in the PC. Like, But I think I just need to overhaul who I am as a human. And maybe that will change my luck or something. Because I don't know what else. Like, I just don't understand. Why? I'm Kurt. Like, genuinely, you know, there are certain people that have like an electrical current in their body that actually disrupts watches and shit. And I've genuinely I want to get a watch and see what happens. Am I fucking shit up? Like, I don't know. It just, no one has this many problems. I know it hurts. I feel like the moment I let my guard down, it's like, oh, let's break again. I know. But the monitor, it's fixed. It's fine. Like, I even bought a brand new HDMI cord, didn't even need it. Just in case, you know, like, they're so cheap nowadays, HDMI cables. Like, I remember when I was in college, it was like, you had to, oh my God, Mike, did you just tip me $100? You didn't have to do that. Bitch. Thank you. I don't know why my alert was, I didn't hear it. Thank you, you generous fuck. My God. Kel, are my alerts not going off? That might be something that's fucked up. I didn't hear either of those. I am so sorry. I apologize. Kel, thank you for, first off, resetting to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving an A swings for so fucking long. I appreciate you. That's a lot of goddamn months. Thank you. And thank you, Mike. No alerts. Okay, hold on. Let's test one of these.
Try to relax your anus.
That went through to OBS. You could hear that, right? No alerts. Okay. Interessante. It's so complicated with Twitch. They don't have, like, having all your alerts through Twitch. They don't have, how do I say this? They don't have, like, a test, an alert thing, which is so annoying. Hold on. Let me send test. Okay, maybe they just needed to warm up. That one worked.
I'm fucking sorry and I miss your nipples.
I don't know why those didn't go off. I'm so sorry. But thank you regardless. Fuck. Thank you. You didn't see what I mean. This is ridiculous. Everything's falling apart. I'm like living in a dump. I want to touch this so bad, but the reason it is the way it is because I touch it too much. I know. Well, I really like, I moved the whole room around. It's still a fucking chaotic mess. I don't even want to show you half of it. But this room I'm in, I've told you guys before, this is my front room of my house. Because I need a spare bedroom. Like, I like that my friends want to come visit me and stay with me and stuff like that. So a spare bedroom is something I have to keep. I'm not going to take that over and make that my office. So I'm like I know, it's because it's slow. I know, sit on your hands. Sit on your hands. I just have desperately been trying to work this room, this small room, the only, like, public room in the house, to be open enough for, like, me and the dogs to walk through. Sorry, man. So it's just been a process. No, absolutely not. Get out. And getting them to not lay under my desk. Hence the bed. They also love this chair. This used to be in front of my desk, and they lay in this chair. But genuinely, I'm trying to make it a space because Lilith, you guys know this, she loves to lay under my desk and slam her head into my desk all day. And she literally unplugs cords with her goddamn skull. And so I'm trying so hard to just, like, look how happy she is. See, she'll just be happy now, hopefully. And I don't have to deal with her being under. She is. They're both very tall. And, I mean, you'd think she'd learn to stop sleeping under my desk, but she never does. But it'll be nice to have all the room behind me. And genuinely, I think in the last 5 years of living here, I've given you guys a 360 of this room. Like, when I first started streaming, we were faced this way, so you guys saw that way, which is, like, my kitchen. That's the demon window that makes me bleached out, which this should solve as well, because now we're literally just dependent on the light, which I control. There's no natural light affecting the stream anymore, which will be nice, because you guys know, first thing in the morning, I'm just, like, blaringly, fucking blindingly white. Sorry, bud. There's cords everywhere. And I know, he wants to love so bad. It's just still a mess. Everything's still a little bit of a mess. I just desperately wanted to hang out. I hate when shit just gets in the way like this. It drives me nuts. But yeah, I wanted that, like, now we're, like, the window that was behind me, like, the wall that was behind me where the bookshelf is right here. This is. This is just one gigantic window right up against the sidewalk, and I hate it. so I cover it the fuck up. I don't. So first thing, Zeke doesn't wear underwear. So if he walks by without pants on, you're gonna see his dong. Um, second off, this is my front door. So if he's walking around naked in this room, like, he's just planning to show his dong to the world anyways, so I'm not gonna stop him, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing for me to do there. That's his journey, and I'm just a product in it. Oh my god, I mean, seriously, I wouldn't, like, you just have to give him back, but as much as, like, how do I say this? I would genuinely love to loan Trick out just for people that need some love in their life, because he's just the most loving creature you've ever met in your entire life. Like, all he wants to do is headbutt you and love you and be with you and just, like, sit next to you. He's genuinely, like, the best emotional support dog. This one, she needs the emotional support. Oh, and can I say, in my anxiety, broke 2 nails. Very upset about it. Ow. Anyways, I would loan him out. He's such a, like, I feel like he can, like, I used to say this, Millie, my pug, taught me how to love. Trick, that's what he brings to the table. Like, just love. That's all he's got in his soul. It's just like, he just wants everybody to touch him all the time and to love all the time. That's all he is. Crispy, it just died. Like, out of nowhere, before I moved the setup, which is upsetting, because, like, if it's me moving stuff and being reckless, I'll take that. But it happened before I moved my setup, and it was just like this chunk of white stripes at the bottom of the screen that would just not stop flickering no matter how many times I changed the HDMI cord, changed everything. It was definitely the monitor. It's just infuriating because the monitor's not that old, but I bought a floor model. And so there's no warranty. So it's okay. I actually got the monitor I got is on sale. It was literally look on Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever. I posted a video of what it was doing. It was like a 1-inch chunk of white lines at the bottom that just would not stop flickering. Inside the monitor, I wouldn't doubt it. It's definitely the monitor because I plugged it into the other PC and it did the exact same thing with different HDMI cords and everything. I even took a clip, like I took a little recording on OBS just to see if the white lines translated to you guys because I was like trying to figure out if it was hardware or software. Nothing. It definitely was hardware. And I mean, genuinely, same HDMI cord, same everything. I just plopped the new monitor in, plugged it in, instantaneously fixed. Infuriating. Yeah, it was flickering dead pixels. There was nothing I could do about it. It just sucks. So I'm gonna try to take a cool slow-mo video of me smashing that fucking monitor. Trick is just looking at, come here. You're just staring at me so sweetly from the other side of the room. I don't know what to do. You're so cute. Did you just need some love? Yeah, I know. I left, and Lil's gonna hump him, as usual. We're back to normal, everyone. Everything's normal. We're fine. Bill, can you go hump something else? There's my sweet, tricky boy. He knows I'm stressed. I can tell, because he gets all up on my shit, and like, oh yeah, I mean, she's the most dominant bitch. She doesn't want my attention. She's just upset because I'm giving him attention. That's it. So she has to hump him to, like, dominate the bitch or something. I don't know. All you want, look at him. He's like, please don't push me off your lap, Bob. I just want love. I know, Bill. I can love you at the same time. You don't have to be a bitch about it. Thank you. Thank you. We're all loving. We're all loving together. It's fine. Oh, he is. I mean, he's such a baby. I wasn't kidding. I was talking about that. I don't know why. Yesterday. Look, she's humping him again. The fuck? Stop. Get. It's weird what you do. I think it's against TOS what you're doing. It's weird. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, he whines. Oh, I know. The widow's walk. It's just too long of a drive for you, bud. It's very far away. I know. You're the sweetest boy, but I'm so sorry I had to leave you for, what, an hour? An hour. Not even. Barely an hour. Oh, Anubis, that is so real. I'm not kidding you. Lilith will start hitting herself in the face to show you how to pet her if you aren't petting her at her speed. Like if I'm petting her like this and just stop. she'll slowly start to like slap her own face. It's so weird. Like there's no way I have enough limbs to pet her ever. Whereas you just want to hang out. You don't care if you're being pet. You just want to be chill and hang out with the cool kids. Do you like the new setup? Do you like all your space? Go fight with each other. Go battle or something. You have all this room now, and this is where you want to be? Again? In the corner? Literally, Jack, that's exactly, I mean, and I'm not complaining. Like, who the fuck wants a dog that doesn't want to snuggle? I love my snuggly hairballs. You're a good girl. I'm sorry I left for an hour. I know. It was the end of the world, and it was the worst day that ever happened. I know, new monitor, and I switched my desk around, so now you can see the morgue. And I haven't figured out which paintings I want up here exactly. I was just spacing them and putting them up, but these are all paintings from you guys. That's a picture of Millie. But that's a painting of me, painting of Millie, painting of Millie. The morgue isn't for Millie. I realized I did that. I did not do that on purpose. The morgue is the headphones. But you can see my snakes. This is Jen, and you cannot see Kira. She's right here. She's like balled up right there. So you'll be able to see my snakes crawling around. They need to be fed, by the way. This is the I'm hungry phase. So I'll be feeding them. Maybe we can do a feeding video. You guys can actually see it now. Allison, oh my God, that's the only thing in my house. My house is very, very small, like genuinely very small. And the only things I keep are art made by you guys, or art you guys purchase for me and send me. Like, that is my walls. I mean, I have another wall over that. Please excuse the fucking fucked up mess, but it's all sent. There's more Millie, a painting of me on the top. Like, that's all it is. That's my favorite stuff in the whole world. I don't want anything else in my house. It makes me so happy. Like, genuinely, just looking at that stuff. I have stuff in front of me. I have a spider that Vissy drew for me, and I have a spider that she bought for me, a painting. And I have a diamond painting from Kelty, and yeah, I have art everywhere from you guys. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. It gives me so much happiness. Like, that's genuinely all my walls are just covered in that, or headphones. I know. It's not done. No, as you can see, so if you guys remember when my desk was this way, there was like a desk on this wall that I slammed my fucking elbow into. See what she's doing? We're not done. We're not done yet. So that desk is the one that was against the wall. That was right here, and that's where like my sewing machine is. Zach's gonna take that desk because he's literally like, he's been functioning off this really sad little corner table. Like, his desk is barely 4 feet across. It's so pathetic because the way he like arranges himself in the room he's in, he faces a corner of the room. And so the table takes up like all the room in the room. I don't know how to put that. So this one is actually designed to be a computer desk, whereas what I have is like an IKEA table, but I like my IKEA table, so I'm keeping it. So he's going to take that. So this whole room is going to be just open space now, and it's going to be so nice. I'm actually going to be able to organize all my paintings. It's going to be really nice. I'm so happy about the open space. Just like, I can make a quilt. I could quilt. Like, that's how much floor space I have now, is I could actually make a quilt. I haven't been able to make a quilt in like 6 years, because it just like, when you make a quilt, you have to be able to lay it out on the ground completely. So you have to have like a bed area space to lay a quilt out. That table, yes, it's steel. Yeah, I don't think he'll ever get a glass table again. Oh my God. For those that weren't around during that time, what a fucking day. So y'all know Zach's a little pissy bitch. And he gets into rages, and he breaks keyboards, and he breaks controllers and shit. He breaks monitors. We love him. And he had a desk that was a real nice glass top desk. Like one of those like greenish glass top desks with the fucking steel wiring and everything underneath. Yeah, right? And that fucker, according to him, all he did was do that. Like, the corner of his controller, he tapped the desk, but he had hit it so many fucking times already that it was just ready to go. And the whole thing insta-crumbled. Like, the entire desk just went into, like whatever that, that special kind of glass that crumbles. That's what it is. So it's not shards or anything. It's just, like, thousands of these crumbles. And I'm not fucking you when I say this entire incident happened, like, 3 feet from my head, and I slept through the entire fucking thing. I don't think I was sick. I think it was just one of those days I was really tired and needed a nap after stream. And our bedroom is literally, it shares the wall with his office. So I'm asleep in bed. All of that goes down. I wake up and I remember like stumbling out and rubbing my eyes or whatever. And he's like, babe, do you want to see what I did or what I made or something like that? And I'm like, okay, you made something? Weird. And I come stumbling into his office and it's just like his monitors on the ground, piles of shards of the glass crumbles everywhere. And he's just standing there with this shit-eating grin like, I was like, how the fuck did I sleep through this? You fucking maniac. What? It was wild. He'll never do that. I don't think he'll ever get a glass desk again. Like, that was intense. That was a lot. Yeah, like, car, it's tempered. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's tempered glass. So it's specifically meant to shatter that way. But yeah, I've tried multiple things to try to assist him in not shattering or breaking things. Like, I made him a custom controller, like, with my own hands. I literally made it. He broke it. I can't. There's no helping the man. I don't know. What do you do? Oh, the cleanup was horrible. It was funny, though. Oh my God. Nick literally found the clip. Bless your heart. This is the clip. Is it going to show the right monitor? Chaos. Zeke breaks everything on purpose. Maybe my PC is just a sympathy breaking. Maybe that's the thing. My PC is like, oh, we feel bad. Let's fucking break. Maybe. I could see it. I feel like there's a dog hair stuck right on my nose. It's every day. Dog, you guys, they're getting groomed this Monday. I'm very excited. You get dog hair on. Oh. See, now you can see who steals the bed. I'm not kidding you, 3 orthopedic fucking dog beds in my house. But these guys, as you guys see them fight over me all the time, that's exactly how they treat the dog beds. So the only dog bed that matters is whatever one is being laid in at that moment. And that's the one that's important. Not the other 3 Tempur-Pedic fucking memory foam, really nice dog beds that I buy my dogs. No, none of those matter. There it is! I was gonna say, where's that fucking alert? God damn it. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Kona. Kona, use a ball wizard of the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. And thank you, Slurmy. Do you like the new angle? Thank you. I like it. It works. It's open. This is my frogs, by the way. I covered it up because the glare of my lights on this tank is really bad, but I'll try to figure it out so it's not so glary. So maybe you're getting a lot more action because normally, genuinely, for the past like 6 years, you guys have had spiders in the background, right? A lot of spiders in the background. They don't do anything. Like, as much as I try to explain that to people, like, let's get high, absolutely. My spiders are like fish tanks. Like the world's most boring fish tank. Like, have you ever been somewhere where they're like, oh no, this is our tropical fish tank. And you're like, where are the fish? And she's like, they're like, no. There's like 3 fish in there, but they're always hiding. That's spiders. It's like, I take care of these boxes of dirt and just hope to God the spider's still alive inside half the time. Whereas these guys, these guys are pretty darn active. They'll start crawling around, especially when they're fucking hungry. They're boxes of dirt. Literally. Boxes of dirt you just think there are things in, and most of the time there is, but sometimes there is not. Whereas these guys, you get to see them crawling around now. There's actually a 3rd snake up there, but this is my Australian Woma python, and she's in winter torpor, so she gets a sleepy sleep blankie. Cheers. Or we're plugged. One moment. You didn't hear the sub alert, but you heard the channel points one. Interesting. Why? I'm trying to think if I'm going to check audio routing in a sec. Hold on. Thank you for letting me know. I don't know why those are fucked up right now. Literally, I mean, I said it in the movie night last night. I was like, I don't mean to be dramatic right now, but I took my entire PC apart, plugged it back in, and it's just working. Which... unheard of. Knock on wood. That's not real. So if we have like 1 or 2, that's pretty fucking good. That's pretty fucking good. I'll take that. Let's see. You're going there. You're going there. Where the fuck are my alerts going? Oh, I think I figured it out. Hold on. OBS unrouted itself. Because that makes sense. Okay, it's rerouted. We shall see. Thank you. Dream! Oh my god, happy birthday! This is your day to have a lot of fun. We're waiting for the celebrating. This is your day. So happy birthday to you. Ooh, and I hope you fucking eat something delicious. Happy goddamn birthday, bitch. Let's cheers now that I unplugged this motherfucker. Cheers. Exactly, Bolt. Good luck. I get really lucky with these two. So these two are boa constrictors. They're technically red-tailed boas, but they are morphs of red-tailed boas. You guys know I've talked about this multiple times, but like, there's a problem, in my opinion, with inbreeding reptiles to get really unique-looking reptiles that are the exact same species as all the other reptiles, right? So if you were here the other day, I was talking about like ball pythons is a really common one. Ball pythons, people will inbreed and inbreed and inbreed to get something that looks like the emoji of a smiley face on them. I mean, genuinely, let me pull it up. Hold on. So check this. So we end up, don't be a sass. We end up inbreeding these snakes to the point of them being detrimentally unhealthy to get things like this. That's a real snake. This is what's called a pied ball python. A pied ball python is a ball python that is all white but has splotches. And because people are fucking easy to get, I guess, they saw one that looked like an emoji and they were like, oh my god, let's breed all of them to each other and try to get more emoji snakes. The problem is, for every emoji snake, you get like 100 that get thrown away, frozen, killed, whatever, because they're not perfect. It's gross. Anyways, long story short, these are products of that. These are two rescue snakes I got. So this girl up here, she's actually an albino. She's a so many weird words. A sunglow call jungle albino, which means she's fucking blind, like horrifically blind. And then this one, he's a jungle something else. BCI, boa constrictor, so they look kind of like she's really, really bright and interesting. He looks a little bit more basic, but genuinely, I rescued them from someone that was just going to throw them away because they weren't exactly what they were aiming for. It's so gross. I didn't get them from that person. They were surrendered, and then I got them, etc. But yeah, it's really gross what people do to animals just to make them look a certain way, regardless of what that does to the animal. Like, making them fucking blind. Like, 100% blind. She's very iffy to hold because she's blind. And she will strike at anything warm because she can't see you. Like, it sucks. It's very sad. The fuck is wrong with people? All the things. What up, Kozu? How are you? I know. It's very sad. They do it. I mean, seriously, you know my geckos? My, all my geckos, actually, but my crested geckos, people do the exact same thing to them. Literally breed them, I'm not exaggerating, to death. Breed them to death to get something unique. Like, get a baby that's white or something. I don't know. It's really sad, like, just to get, when, like, you and I'm sure both agree, the natural form of most animals is fucking stunning. Like, what are we doing? Go look up red-tailed python. I'll just Google it for you. They're so beautiful by themselves. Look at this fucker. It's just so dumb. I hate it. It's so sad what people do to animals. Like, this is the natural form you find in nature. What a stunning animal. Like, genuinely, no edits, that's what they look like. They're beautiful, and yet we took them and we turned them into this banana fucker up here that... I want to take her out, but I'm pretty sure they're hungry, and I don't know what happens if I get bit on stream, if I get my channel shut down. But she's gorgeous. I could look her up. Hold on. Sunglow call albino. Yeah, this is what she looks like, but she's huge. That's what she looked like when she was a baby, but my girl's big, but this is what she looks like. And if I could get an up close, you could see their eyes. Let's see. Let me see your face. Let me see your pretty face. That's not correct. You can kind of see it there, but their irises are red and pink. And essentially what that does is it makes it so that their pupil cannot control how much light is filtered into the eye at any given time. So it's like you and I staring into the sun 24/7. Our pupils constrict and do that kind of shit to, deal with the sunlight. They can't do that. So it effectively blinds them. It's very sad. I know, man. I know. It's just like, I love my snakes. Like, I will take care of them. Like, snakes are so stupid easy to take care of for the most part, comparatively to most of my animals. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just like, why did we do that? Because, like, was that natural one with the bright red tail for some reason hideous? Humans were a mistake, yes. Can we start breeding them to live longer and healthier lives now? That's really, yeah. Or, yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree. Is my voice not synced up? Try to refresh the page, because that's happened before through Twitch. I hope it's not me. We're not cooking. Oh. I could do the clap test. That usually tells people if I'm off. By a little bit. We've committed atrocities to so many species in the name of aesthetics and commercialization. It's very, very true. Yeah. I mean, yes. They're synced. Interesting. I know, that's what we were just talking about, because I moved shit around. You'll see, there's actually 3, but she's in winter mode, so I give her peace and quiet. But these two, boa constrictors. If you've ever owned a boa constrictor, they just want to eat all the time. That's all they care about. Food, 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 food. That's all they care about. Food. They're hungry. I need to get them rats, but my shop hasn't had big enough rats. Like, they are, like, I'd say he's at least 5 feet, and she's at least 5.5, if not 6 feet long by now. The one that's up here that's, like, coiled up. They take a rat. Yeah, it's about that big. It's bigger than my forearm. The rat that they eat, it's fucking gnarly. They eat a big rat. It's been unsyncing at random lately. Today, or like in general? Is that a Twitch thing or is it a me thing? Interesting. And Twitch disconnected chat for me. That's nice. It keeps breaking for me, but only this channel. What is it, me? What the fuck? What could that be? No, I just genuinely can't figure out what that would be. Like, what would that be? OBS? Maybe. Maybe? Hmm. I don't know. But if all of you are having a problem with my stream universally, that makes me feel like it's me. But I have no fucking idea why anything would have changed or why it would be different. Could it, okay. I mean, it's just, yeah, nothing has changed. Like, I haven't done anything with, like, the connection or anything. Like, that's all exactly the same. I hope Twitch figures its shit out. I'm so sorry. If I could do something about that, I would. That's probably apparent. I am frustrated by that. It could, yeah, the weather everywhere, like, is horrid. That could be a huge part of it. Like, places that don't normally get fucking horrible colds are getting the horrible cold. That could be it, too. Has Twitch been kind of weird today? Weird. I'm so sorry. That's so shitty. Drive safe, Dream. Be safe, drive safe. So some of you have no issues and some of you do. I wonder if it's, yeah, if it's a Twitch. Yeah, like snow on the Gulf Coast. Yeah, there's a lot of places. Georgia got snow like, what, a week ago and kept it? North Carolina got hit. I know Knives did. Like, snow in places there doesn't normally this doesn't happen. Whereas, like, places like Colorado we're winter half the year. Let's fucking go. Yeah. No shit. Mom got 5 inches. That's more than us. No shit, in Beaumont, Texas. Hold on. I'm going to look up where your mom is. I'm not going to dox your mom. I just want to see where that is because Texas is huge. I only know one very small area of Texas. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. Oh, shit. Okay, that's pretty close to Houston. Wow, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Wow. That's a lot. I saw Florida got 7 inches. Oh, I hope Glut's okay. Why does my phone go off? His internet has been weird lately. Like, it's been iffy. And I wonder if that's due to the cold, too. I got snow again. I had to be a Carolinian? Is it Carolinian? Carolinian. You know what? And cancel my appointment because there was snow on my driveway. Genuinely, I would, just because, like, even if you feel safe getting out there in the snow, I wouldn't trust any other fucker out there. People are so stupid in this weather. I don't know what it is. Like, where I live, I'm not Denver incorporated, so I don't get plowed. My streets don't get plowed. I get plowed plenty. My streets don't get plowed. That's neither here nor there. But they don't get plowed, so they are slippy, fucking slushy, sick, frozen, nasty, sick fuckness. And watching these, again, I use a Honda Civic as an example. Tiny little car that shouldn't be out in this shit, just fishtailing down the hill. I have no idea if they're even pressing on the gas anymore. I'm just like, oh my fucking God. If some kid runs out in the street, they're done for. This car is genuinely just fishtailing blocks down this hill. It's insane. The only reason I feel safe going out is my Jeep will survive. Like, I will survive inside my Jeep. That shit is a little tank. I'm not scared of the little cars, but Jesus fucking Christ. I hate it. I'm glad that this is a place like that for you, Robo. Seriously, we will keep it that way. This is a place where we will talk about dicks and butts and injuries. And you know what? I might even just read the coconut story once a week to just break us a little bit in a different way. I don't know what to do. They're going 40 to 50 on the highway and unplowed highways. That's exactly what's happening here. And I can't explain what's on the road. It's horrible. It's like, because it's still cold. It's not wet slush. It's this dry, powdery, crunchy shit. And even my Jeep in 4-wheel drive, I could feel my tires going and kind of like trying to get some sort of traction. And then I'd go off and I'm fine. And I have a clutch, which really helps in the snow. But oh my God, what are you doing? And like, the places where a lot of you guys live where you don't get this weather, it's completely understandable to have a tiny car that can't go out in this. People that live in Colorado know better. I just don't have any respect for this. It took me less than 1 year living here, and I was like, oh, I need 4-wheel drive. If I want to go anywhere safely, I need 4-wheel drive. That's just has to happen. Yeah, it's crazy. Please no. See, that will keep politics out of chat, though. If I just threaten coconut story, or it will tempt them. And I don't want to do that either. So just kidding. Let's not do that. That's insane, Rod. I would never. I'm not reckless just because I have 4-wheel drive. I just feel safe because I have 4-wheel drive. But taking that to an extra step is, I mean, if you're an idiot, you're an idiot. It doesn't fucking matter what you're driving. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't matter. That coconut story lived rent-free in my brain daily. Just the humble takedown I need. Is the coconut anything like a couch to fuck? If a couch was full of maggots. I drove my 2-wheel drive car on our shitty half-plowed roads after 7 inches of snow, and it was mostly fine. Damn. That's scary. You just got, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You got to be not dumb when you drive. Same, hurts a lot. I moved here with a Mazda 3. Literally my little vroom vroom. She was great. She got amazing gas mileage. Like, I could get 37 miles to the gallon if I was really conscious of my clutch work. I was great. That car was incredible. One winter, and I was like, oh, fuck. This isn't it. Like, I don't care how good of a driver I am. It just didn't feel safe. And, like, if another car loses control, I'm gonna get smushed. I'm a little tin can. Fuck that shit. But she was great in Baltimore. A story. Oh, my God. Okay, hold on. Any story? Oh, that's so broad. No topic, like medical, funny, not funny, gross, coconut. I have so many stories. It's so hard to put. Like, I always want to think of one that I haven't told in a while. But of course, the ones that come to mind are always the ones that probably I tell too often. Did I ever tell you about the person who I don't know. I might not have. Yeah, this won't be a ventilator topic. This is a funny. Something I did as a teen? Oh, God. I'll tell you one of those, too. But I think this is a good one, too. I'll think of a teen. I did so many, I was a fucking stupid child. All children are stupid, let's be real. We had a patient come into the ED one time. And I can't even remember what they were there for. It must have been they had breathing problems of some kind because I was there. And when you get admitted from the ED, we do a head-to-toe charting of all of your entire body so that insurance will cover your stay in the hospital. If you develop a bed sore in the hospital, insurance doesn't cover that, etc. You guys know why we do this. So we're doing a head-to-toe, and this patient had a pannus, which is when the skin of the stomach and the stomach muscles kind of become so loose that they create an apron over the genitals of like skin and bulbous kind of like misplaced fat tissue and whatnot. It can oftentimes be a result of a hernia, but not always. Anyways, this patient had a pannus. So of course we had to lift said pannus up, and we actually have this like special tape that is built specifically for this reason. It sticks under the pannus, and we stick it to their shoulders, and it holds that skin up so that we can put a catheter in, put a Flexi-Seal on, change a diaper, etc., do a C-section, like so many different reasons. It's fucking amazing stuff. And it withstands sweat and stuff. It's incredible. So anyways, because we're doing a head to toe, we have to check in every nook and cranny. Like we look under the breasts, in the armpits, between your crack. Like we look everywhere. It's almost a little bit of a prison check, but we're genuinely trying to do this for the betterment of your health. You guys know I've told you of things we've found in people or in amongst their skins. It's odd. So we're checking her pieces, and we go to check under the pannus, and the nurses are like, oh my fuck. And I'm like, oh, like you can't not like look over when that is a reaction happening somewhere, even though I'm at the head. And underneath part of the pannus that would have been like laying over the genital area and on the upper thighs was riddled with splinters, like big wood slivers. And just like so much scar tissue, and what looked like scar tissue grown over slivers and pieces of wood bits for years and years and years and years and years. Like this was like a fucking like chronic whatever the fuck is going on here. And it was like up in her genital area and on her upper thighs. And we're just all like, oh my God, honey, like, is this an abuse situation? Like we immediately, like most of everybody in the room was female at that time, and we were just high alert for that anyways in the ED. And we just turned like, are you being abused? And she, without missing a beat, she giggles a little and she goes, that's the love making board. And we're like, And her partner, like, turns to us and moves the chew dip through his lip to the other side, the chaw to chew on the other side, and is like, that's the board we keep under the bed to make love. And that is one of the most awkward, strange moments I've ever had in my life. Because, like, you couldn't get a piece of particle board? Like the finished stuff? I don't know. Why's it gotta be, like, the splintered fucking shard of the shack out back? I don't fucking know. But man, if you ever feel weird about your own sex life, don't. Do you? I mean, at one point we were like, is it because the splinters like Velcro it to the panis? So like you can do a one hand hold, like I don't fucking. Why don't you just do it doggy style? Like, why are you even, what's happening? What? I have so many questions I just got zero answers to in those moments. No, you can't leave. I thank fuck for masks. I say that all the time, but thank fuck for masks. Like when you're in the ED, we almost universally just wear masks all the time because we have no idea what you're coming in with. And I've genuinely have seen more than this many people come in with tuberculosis, which as far as we know is the only airborne shit out there. Scary. So we always wear masks no matter what. Thank fuck for masks. Because oh my face was just like, well, we're going to treat this while we're here. And we'll talk about that board. And I didn't have to do, like, that's the nurses did that talk, and I'm sure they had some sort of conversation about different apparatus we can use that doesn't involve injuring our partner repeatedly over and over and over again with, like, raw fucking wood. Oh my God. Like, wow. I know. Why? So all of those questions, like anything you can think of, we were like, oh my God. Like, I understand anatomical anomalies we must work around to fuck, right? Like, everybody's body is different. Like, some of us have long legs, short legs, long torsos, whatever, big asses. Like, we've got strange bodies we have to work around. But what? No, I never got any answers. Like, I think that was, like, my last shift of my string, so I didn't get to really follow up with this patient, but oh my fucking God. It was like a nightmare. Like a nightmare. I don't even know how to explain that. A pool noodle! Use your hand! Like, why are you even incorporating a board? But I can't ask these questions. Like, I'm not kidding you, because of, like, laws, I guess, words. I can't even, like, suggest smoking cessation to someone dying of like, cancer or coming in with exacerbated emphysema unless they ask me to, because it's, like, offensive. So I can't even, like, you know, maybe, like, they have to bring in a psychologist to, like, suggest a different type of board. It's crazy. Like, you can't even fucking... You must be awesome at dinner parties. You know, there's actually, like, a weird rule with medical people that when this was happening a lot in my 20s when everybody was getting married, but you couldn't sit anyone from the hospital together because that table would be just fucking avoided like the plague. No one, like, one server would walk by the table and hear, like, and he shit out his fucking mouth, and that server would never come back. Like, it's actually a thing. I've heard this from multiple people. Like, you cannot sit the medical people together. Like, you guys can hang out later, but you will be sat further. Like, you will be sat at opposite ends of the room, and that is your seating, because no one wants to hear that shit. But it's because that's all we have. You talk. That's all we have. Yeah, my monitor died. So I went to Micro Center and got a new one. And now we're here. I had to! Okay, I gotta think of something funny I did as a teen. I was kind of like, I don't know why, who knows. I went through, like, my shitty stage in, like, middle school. Like, when I was a preteen, I went through my get expelled from school stage. By the time I was, like, in high school, like, a teen, and I got a job, I cleaned up and I was really straight edge. Not straight edge, but, like, I was genuinely a big case of idle hands. And once I had a job and school, I got 2 jobs, so I worked before school and after school. I was good to go. Like, I was too tired to fuck around anymore. But I'm sure I did something stupid. I'll come up with it. That was a while ago, though, now. Holy crap. like a really, like, what was a bit ago? Like, I was 16, 20 years ago, right? Yeah, that's...
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to
That's
take your
life.
joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Sometimes just to break it down to the question, is that stupid? You don't want to insult someone, but like, what the fuck moment hits you and you question sanity all the time. All the time. But I'm an overthinker, and I can't tell people to stop smoking. Absolutely not, Kozu. No. If they tell someone at the hospital, a respiratory therapist suggested I stop smoking, and they're like, did you ask for that education? No, I did not. That's on my license. We can't suggest, because it's offensive. Like, it's considered I'm speculating on their lifestyle. But if you come in with an emphysemic exacerbation at the age of 50 and a pack of Marb Reds in your pocket, come on! What am I to do with that? Why are you coming to the ER? 16, almost 30, right? Isn't that interesting? Because doctors are better than me. Same reason why, like, I can diagnose, I can treat, but I can't give certain medications or certain treatments without a doctor's order. And I think a lot of it has to do with liability. I talk about that sometimes, but like liability on my head. Like, as a respiratory therapist, an ICU surgical respiratory therapist, I had to carry and basically pay a monthly fee, which my hospital did at the time, which was nice. Pay a monthly fee for this insurance of liability of about $1 million on my head. And that covers me if I fuck up, kill someone, and the hospital has to go to court. That's what that is, and I pay for that continuously, and doctors, God knows, I have no idea how much liability they have on their head, but they have more, so they get more room to error, which I guess error is, I see the cigarettes in your pocket and you're here at 50 with emphysema, like, let's talk about it. But usually what happens is that doctor sees all of those things and writes an order that then pages my pager and is like, hey, room 5 needs to be talked to, and I'm like, ugh. Like, that's it. I just can't do it without that doctor. Like, that's kind of a lot of why doctors are there, is to write that kind of order. Yeah, you can't give, exactly, you cannot give medical advice. That's a good way of putting it. I can't give medical advice unless it's asked for. If a patient requests education, then like, look at me. I still do it. You guys ask one question and I'm like, bleh. I love to educate. It's my favorite. Like, let's word vomit together. It's fun. Bodies are gross. Like, I love freaking people out with their body. It's so much fun. Let's go. But I have to be, it's like, I feel like I'm the little, the goblins at the beginning of the labyrinth. Like, just say the right words. I want you to take the baby right now. Like, fucking say it. Because we just dance around it for days. We'll dance around these topics. Like, come on, just say it. My chat just disconnected, and now it says connecting to chat. So something's definitely up with Twitch today. Cheers. It is. It's really, really frustrating. And there was actually a video. It was like undercover footage or whatever that came out a few years ago that really put it, quite frankly, but quite eloquently. And it was this, these reporters trying to talk to a doctor as the doctor was leaving work and walking to the parking garage. And the camera was like this up angle looking at a trench coat or whatever. And you barely saw anything, but they were having a conversation. And they kept asking, like, something along the lines of, like, why don't you guys support prevention of heart problems? You only treat them. Why don't you support that? Over and over and over. They kept asking the same question in different ways. And finally, the doctor said, really, frankly, there is no money in prevention, but a heart surgery pays my wage for a year. And then the camera just goes off. And it's pretty fucked up, but that's the American system because it's all run by insurance companies. So if insurance companies want to make money, then the hospitals have to do everything in their power to make money. And getting you healthy does not make us money. It makes insurance companies money because insurance companies bank on healthy people paying for insurance their entire life and never using it. Sick people do not make insurance companies money. So they want the sick people to come to us, and then the money is then filtered through a different system, and they're paying us, but the insurance company's still paying, but they're not paying you. It's a really fucked up system. One of many, reason 5,000,006 why I don't do it anymore. Keep my license, because you never know, but, like, It's just another roundabout. Insurance companies run it all. It's fucked. It's absolutely fucked. Imagine if insurance companies didn't exist. It's pretty, I mean, you can't generalize personal experience. I feel like I say that every single day, but I never want anyone to take me wrong when I tell personal stories. Like, that's the way it is. But for instance, we don't have health insurance. Like, I don't have health insurance. I have catastrophic, but I don't have like general health insurance because it would cost me like $600 a month, and I don't make that kind of money, so I don't have that kind of insurance. And neither does Zeke. So when Zeke's finger got bit the fuck up by that dog and we went to the ER, we were both just sitting sweating like, oh my God, what is this going to cost? Like, this is worse. This is literally why people carry insurance, is in case a horrible incident happens on a holiday. Right? Like, that's genuinely why most of us carry insurance. We're like, God forbid I'm in a car accident on a holiday. Like, I need that to be covered because no one has like 20 grand just sitting around if their leg breaks, right? So just instant like sweats, cold sweats. And so it was a holiday. It was Thanksgiving and it was nighttime. It was after shift. It was like 8 p.m. or something like that, 7:30 p.m. So if it's night shift, you're paying you're paying my night differential. The hospital doesn't pay that. You pay that. And it's a holiday, which means we're being paid holiday night differential, which is like time times 2. Sometimes it's like time and a half or 2 times your pay. So you end up paying that. Like, it's crazy. I mean, it's insane how much extra it can cost. Like, this is why we carry insurance in the States usually, because of this exact instance. And we got the bill, and I'm not kidding you, we got like a $2,000 discount for not having insurance. So I hit up a couple of my buddies that work at the hospital for the insurance, like they work with the billing. And I was like, hey, can you theoretically tell me what this bill would have cost me out of pocket had insurance covered? Literally, it would have cost me more. I'm not saying insurance is a scam, but it sure fucking feels, unless you have illnesses and you're literally like at the doctor all the time, insurance is a scam if you don't go to the doctor all the time. It's wild. Like, it is insane. This has happened multiple times. When I broke my broke a rib, went to the ER, and it was during COVID time, so it was fucking horrible, busy, everyone's dying everywhere. And the only reason I was going is I thought I was dying, and they gave me pain pills. The pain pills were free, and literally the entire visit was free. With no insurance, because I got a discount for not having insurance. Because had I had insurance, they'd bill that entire, you guys know I've talked about this before, but insurance dictates what is paid for, even though they know fuck all about anything. It's really scary how American healthcare is. Like, you should be scared of it. It's fucking horrible. Insurance companies control everything, down to what drugs we get to offer you is all due to insurance companies. It is fucking horrible. Outpatient stuff sometimes have discounts, don't they? Absolutely. Normally, if you're self-pay, you get a blanket 50% off bills in my experience. Exactly. And so that's where I was going with that. So, like, for instance, the insurance companies won't cover oxygen. They don't cover oxygen. Like, the oxygen coming out of the walls that we have tubed into your pipette, into your, like, nasal cannula or whatever, they don't cover any of that. They deem that unnecessary. They don't think that's a drug and that we shouldn't provide it, and that we should charge outright for it. So because of little things like that, we end up charging exorbitant amounts for stupid shit just to try to make up the difference. It's so fucked up. So, like, to make up the difference, you'll see a nasal cannula say $60 when it's a tube. It's a plastic tube that probably costs 15 cents to make. But we're like spreading the butter real fucking thin on that toast. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be like, maybe we'll get some pennies from the insurance company. Because otherwise the hospitals just eat it and then they end up billing whatever. I know, right? That sweet uncut oxygen, man. The insurance system in the US is set up to lock us all into our jobs and make billionaires richer. 100%. I mean, that's how the country works. It's agency rates versus what the insurance company will pay of that rate. Yes. Thank you. That's a good way that's way smarter than what I was saying. I just started an HSA this year and plan to allocate it in a Vanguard for the future when I will need it. Is that basically, I've heard of that before. I think Bree was telling me about that. It's like a medical savings account, right? Where instead of paying into an insurance company, you pay basically the same amount, but it goes into this fund that is allocated strictly for medical emergencies and stuff. I've heard of that before. That sounds like a great idea. An insurance company having the final say on what meds you're allowed to have is such little bullshit. That med costs too much. You're only allowed to have this generic crap version that may or may not be as effective. 100%, and that happens all the time. The example I always use, because very close to my heart, is albuterol, which is like the most common fucking drug we give through nebulizers to open up your lungs, right? Albuterol. Everybody's heard of fucking albuterol. if you have a heart problem or a heart rate problem or a blood pressure problem, albuterol can exacerbate that, i.e. make it worse. Even short-lived, like even if it goes away in 15 minutes, if you have a heart attack in those 15 minutes, I bet your ass it was albuterol. So what drug companies did is they created an alternative version called Leva albuterol, which has all the amazing effects of albuterol minus jacking up your heart rate, which to someone who doesn't have heart issues, it just feels like you've had a little too much caffeine. If you've ever had like too much coffee or a few too many monsters and you're just kind of like, ugh, that's all it does. But if you already have a heart issue, that you can see how that can be a bad thing. The amount of times I have been on the phone with an insurance company and told them, like, you might kill my patient if you make me give them albuterol. I'm sorry, we don't cover Leva albuterol. To the point where literally it's fucking mind-numbing because I just... I'm just not talking to anyone that knows anything about anything. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. They're just looking at numbers. That's it. They have no medical training whatsoever. You just want... It's so fucking infuriating to the point where I've literally hung up and called and sat on hold again for another hour just to try to find someone else. Because I'm like, there has to be someone here who knows what I'm talking about. That like knows that death means death. I don't know how else to say that. Like, I genuinely don't know how else to say that. Zopanex is pretty common too, but albuterol is probably the most common. And then we go to leave albuterol after that just to prevent the shaky heart rate thing. And they do this shit on purpose. You can call 5 times and get 5 different answers. 100%. Yeah. And you have to call because no matter what, it's denied. If you have to call, like, I put it into the computer and just call. I don't even wait for a denial. You just know it's coming because it's a fucking automated response. Generic is more often not the exact same medication and 50% cheaper. This is not across the board, of course, but the active ingredients are the same. And unless you have an allergy to non-active ingredients, that's what's important. 100%. Normally what I've run into what I've run into with generic versus non-generic, the only issue tends to be the carrier, whatever that carrier is. So I'm sure you've noticed, like, if you get name brand, a lot of the time it's coded or it's kind of a different unique shape or something like that, and it's shiny. Those tend to have a different carrier inside that are a lot more fast-acting, a lot more soluble in your stomach, et cetera, versus the one that don't have a coating. Those have to be able to be air stable and room stable. They can't just, like, fall apart. So because of that, they have a different, like, carrier. Like, by carrier, I mean the non-active ingredient, whatever the fuck that is. It's different, and in a lot of people, it causes indigestion, or it doesn't dissolve by the time it reaches the intestinal tissue, and then you're not actually getting the full absorption of said drug. Because, like you guys know, shit breaks down in your stomach, not in your intestines. Your intestines is where it's getting absorbed. So by the time it gets to your intestines, if it's not broken down into an absorbable size, it is not going to get absorbed. That's why we shit out corn kernels. And some people just don't have the stomach acid to break it down, and some people do. But other than that, if it's approved, it means the active ingredients are identical. It has to be. But that doesn't mean other things, you know. I can't remember exactly what the carriers are, otherwise I'd say them. It's been many years. I learned about them in school a long time ago. That's gone now. They've been using that Kona for years. I mean, I heard about that when I was working at Hopkins, genuinely, which was, 6 years ago now? I heard about that when I was working at Hopkins, that there was this crazy thing going on with, like, Heartland Insurance, which is one of the biggest fucking insurance mega conglomerate, like, owns an umbrella of insurance companies in the United States of America. They had an automated system. I don't know if you would call it AI or not, whatever I don't know. Some sort of automated system where it literally just bulk denied claims in the 200 to 500 at a time. Just banking, because they knew that most people won't call. They just accept it like, oh, it's been denied. I guess I have to pay this, and then that's it. So they were just rolling because no one called. I think they got a little hand smacky, but that doesn't mean that went away. I don't know. That could still be a thing. It was pretty horrible to read about. I have that feeling that IT world, when arguing with the call center about actual issues with the customer's computer, and they waste 40 minutes asking every stupid question they can, only to tell me they will not order the part I told them, then 10 times needs to be replaced for the shit they misdiagnosed. I hate that. This is why I don't get protection plans and shit, because like, I experienced that working at Lowe's. They desperately wanted us, good morning, whatever time it is, Bezbelly, I hope you're doing well. When I worked at Lowe's, they desperately wanted us to sell protection plans. This was when I was in college. I worked at Lowe's. Super weird. And you'd get like spiffs or something, like a $5 spiff for every protection plan you sold, something weird like that. But I hated it. I literally gave it up. I was like, I'm not giving away, I'm not selling these anymore, because if you sold the protection plan and someone actually decided to use it, it came back to you if you still worked at Lowe's. And I worked there like 7 years. So then you'd have to deal with this protection plan. And I swear to fuck, like I would read it, like word for word, what the pamphlet said, like what it covered. And they'd be like, we don't cover any of that. And there's just nothing you can do. And then the store eats it and just ends up giving you a new one because we don't want to lose the customer, God forbid. But like, holy fucking shit. And then if the protection plan actually pans out, usually you end up waiting like months to weeks to actually get your product. You're not getting one off the shelf. That's never going to happen. That would fuck our inventory up. That's going to come from a warehouse like somewhere, probably overseas. It's wild. It's such a weird, like, you want to trust it. You want it to work, and it's just not that system. Every product has a 1-year manufacturer's warranty, if not more. Most things these days, honestly. But like I said earlier, like, these 2 monitors I have on the sides that go to my streaming PC, I've had these monitors for over 6 years, and they've been fucking phenomenal. Like, I've never, ever had an issue. Knock on wood. He's so fucking sleepy back there. They've worked forever. Like, I've moved with these across the country. They're just phenomenal monitors, so that's why I got one that matched, and I'm really excited about it. I just don't understand, like, if you take care of your stuff, it lasts, right? You do. You always roll the dice, but in general, I think across the board, if you take relatively good care, like, don't throw your monitors on the ground, they last forever. Like, I mean, they outdate themselves, actually. Like, I've actually, before this, I've never had a monitor die due to a dead pixel issue. It's usually, like, the one that I replaced before just was so fucking outdated. Like, once I replaced it, I was like, oh my god, this is what colors, like, actually are supposed to look like. Incredible. It was such an upgrade. But that one was, like, 9 years old. That was, like, one of the first monitors I ever got, I think, to stream with, ever. But I don't move them. They're stationary. They just chill where they're at. Like, it's very bizarre. Could last 2 months, might last 10 years. I mean, you're literally these. Like, these 2 are older than me living in Colorado. That monitor's less than 6 years old. The fucker that went dead today. I'm gonna hit it with a sledgehammer. It's gonna feel good. It seriously has the price tag on it still. It's so fucking infuriating. Well, whatever it was. Whatever the flickering shit was going on in the monitor that was very annoying. Whatever that was. I'm going to. Oh, knives. I literally fantasized about it. I was sitting there when I got home, and I was like, the monitor just worked immediately. Like I said, like, I quite literally just plugged the HDMI cord into it, plugged its power cord in. Fucking good to go. Amazing. Worked instantaneously, which is my favorite thing in the whole world. But I sat here for a minute, and I was like, I kind of want to go live for a few hours and hang out and get high, because I'm like anxious and frustrated, because I hate spending money and I hate traffic. And there's so much traffic right now, just because people are stupid on the roads. But also, I could try to take a slow-mo video of me smashing that fucking monitor to pieces with a giant sledgehammer. So I decided to do both. Just that one's going to have to happen outside, because I don't know what it's made of. It could go everywhere. The dislodged ribbon cable sounds the most accurate. It sounds the most like, because that's exactly what it looked like, was a ribbon. Like, bloop, bloop. That's exactly what it looked like. I'm going to, Nick, 100%. He still has that sledgehammer somewhere. I can explain the inner workings, but you know how when a screen breaks, there's an artifact line, like when you drop a phone? Yes. Yeah. Monitor smash descriptions delving into OF territory. If it wasn't freezing cold, I'd do it in a bikini. I still have my other PC I need to smash. It's just been fucking freezing cold. The fuck knuckle, if you will. My ex smashed a laptop with a sword. Oh, I don't have a sword. I have an enormous cleaver. I think the sledgehammer would be cooler, though. Honestly, I just want to hit something with the sledgehammer. I don't know how to open up a monitor. Hold on. It looks seamless. How wouldst thou? Literally cracking it? Because it genuinely looks seamless. There's not like screw holes or anything. I don't see anything. Oh, in here? Oh, what is that? It looks like it's only screws to like dismount the plate. Though. There's nothing that's like, it literally looks like a solid. Or would it be under that? Oh, it's MSI. MSI. Yeah, it's the dragon. MSI. Who are you? I don't see a model number. You think it'd be like butter knife crack? I mean, it was a floor model, but less than half a year old. Under there's that thing. I have to get a screwdriver. That's a heavy bitch. I unplugged. All right, hold on. I have this adorable like little pink toolbox, and I have to say, someone bought this for me when I first moved out on my own as like a streamer supporting myself and living on my own, and they were like, you need a toolbox. So they got me this one. It is literally one of the most fucking useful things I've ever, I mean, it stood the test of time. I love this little fucking toolkit. It's incredible. All right. It's gonna be so much fucking lighter once I get this off because it's so heavy. A button to take the mount off? I mean, I thought I had to take the plate off the back. Isn't that what I had to do? It's happening. What's an iFixit kit? I've never heard of that. All right, there's screws on the inside. Those two. Take those off? Okay. It's so much lighter without that shit on it. It's got, you know what sucks is, I don't know if it's an MSI thing, but the stand for this monitor does not fit any other monitor I've ever owned. Like, it has a oddly narrow back plate. Like all the other back plates are like a millimeter bigger on either side. I think MSI is a dick, but I'll save it just in case. And I might get another. I mean, if we can fix this, that'd be sick. It's always good to have It's always good to have a spare monitor. I don't even know what I would do with 4. I don't need that. I don't even have space. But it's good to have a spare. And it's stupid to destroy something, even as much as I want to, if it still works. That's fucking wasteful. Put your screws somewhere safe and obvious. Right there. Okay. I took those off. Now what? Crack it? Or should I take those off? Those are the only other screws that are visible on the whole thing. Those 3 right there. There's so many IT people in our community. It's fucking awesome. But don't take those screws out for the plate, because I don't think they would do anything. Hold on. Did it say it? Amistad. What would the model number start with? There's a lot of numbers on here. One's what I've got an IS, an IEC, an R dash. Model 3CD3. Yeah, it says model name 3CD3. Yeah, that. Should I Google? I'm assuming I think I have like a flat plastic thing. Hold on. It might be too flimsy, but I've got a couple options. MSI 3CD3. Oh, I think Knives found it. Throw the video at me. I can put it on. I'm visual. We can do this together as a team. I've done this. I mean, this is, if it's like a controller, I've done this to controllers before. Like the first time you crack into a controller, you kind of gotta like crack into it. But then after that, you never have to again. It's got a few spots. Okay, hold on. $27, yep. I found a plastic, but I think it's too big, but also too flimsy. Because there's definitely notches down here to pull it apart. But I need something like firmer, but not like that firm. Too bad I'm not into building keyboards anymore. I would have had all this. Boo! I got in. I found the seam. Just getting into it. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of Americans.
Go,
Oh, hey, there's my monitor.
come out. I'm gay.
Thank you, Cut and Run, for the resub. I appreciate you. Don't forget your Prime subs, motherfuckers. Oh, it's 100% unplugged, yes. When you break the seam, have it laying flat as possible. Oh, man. I like taking things apart, too. That's why I'm kind of excited. I much more. Essentially, they made it so you have to unseat everything to get the motherboard out through the bottom because of the cords. But I can't really I don't have tiny enough fingers to unseat them. Especially this one. But it looks okay. I just don't see anything obviously wrong. Not that I would know what I'm looking at. The tape looks fine too, though. This is the one that goes to the button on the monitor. That was fine. That one I reseated already. And that one too. Those are just buttons, though. Boo! I know. There's one... I want to look at this tape on this side. I think it's just a reflection under it. It's not a tear in the tape, right? No. Okay. Yeah, the tape looks fine. I'm baffled. They're not... None of them are unseated or anything. They all look exactly the same. I just don't know what could be going wrong, because everything was seated fine. I reseated it. Everything except this one in the back, but I don't... That fucker. I don't want to do that. What is that? That? So it's this one? The one I don't want to touch? What the fuck is that? Look at those broken nails. Ugh. Ashamed. I don't know what to do about that. Oh my god, what's blinking? Oh my god, it was just a reflection off my keyboard. I was like, what the fuck? There's no power. It's fine. Well, those wires look so sad and flimsy, but there doesn't look like anything obvious. It looks like a pinch and pull, but I'm scared. I don't know how to put that back in. It's just a communication cable. Okay. I mean, I already fucked up once, right? Fuck it. Is it a pinch and pull? I'm scared. Oh. No, it's not plugged in. That's why I was alarmed by the color coming out of it. I was like, oh my god, I should not be touching this. No, it was reflecting off my keyboards. We're good. No. Should I pull a 90s kid? Okay, here we go. You scare me, little communication cable. Are you in a slot? I can't even tell. You were. Okay, can you just... You too good for your home? Ooh, it went in. But there's no, like, click. Is that normal? She's in there, though. Why do I feel like I'm training one of the new techs in the field? Oh my god, am I that dumb? Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you for posting that, Mike. Yeah, the issue is literally that video that Mike keeps posting. I posted it on Twitter and Blue Sky so people could see what it was doing. But, I mean, all of the obvious things, I did. Don't worry. So before you think about, is it the HDMI? Just think again. Okay. I don't need to fuck with that, right? The other end? Wait, what other end? This? Oh, the other, that? Oh, what is that? It looks like a little bar I flip. Is that what it is? Thanks, guys. Just tell me I'm doing okay and my hair looks great. That's very true. No, it's good to learn. Like I said, I've never broken into a monitor before. This is new for me. And I don't want to fuck it up on purpose. Like that was an accident, but I got a little excited. Yeah, it looks like it's a little bar that will flip towards me. It's so small. I don't even think I could zoom in on it. It's a little bar that flips towards me and that's what releases it. Of course, I broke my fucking fingernails. Oh, this is gonna be a bitch. That's the little bar. And then do I just give it? All right. Use your lack of dexterity. Let's go. Oh my god, did I get it on the first try? Oh, who is she? An animal. Oh, bitch. Bitch. She's in. All right. Seated. Yeah? This is the weirdest ASMR I've ever intentionally listened to. Oh my god, Sarah, what did I did something, was it on yesterday's stream that was the, oh my god, Sarah, I bought a tattoo gun. And we tattooed an orange. And it was the weirdest ASMR. I know. No, I'm not tattooing myself. I'm not that dumb, but we did tattoo an orange. I don't know. Maybe that's the hobby I pick up in 2025. Like, I don't know what else to do with my life. Sure. I don't think I was very good at it. But maybe I'd need a tattooer to tell me. It's like kind of bulged up. Did I do it right?
Now,
Or
I'm
is that just
going
flimsy?
to fuck you
With Satan's cock. Thank you for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving anus swings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, Plazo. I fucking appreciate you. And then I did fucking eat the orange, and it was delicious. I had to see, like, that was part of it, is, like, how deep the ink goes. Tells you if you, like, blew it out or not. And I needed to know if I tattooed too deep. And I didn't. The orange was delectable. I think that's seated, right? I really fucking hope so. Please be correct. The little bar does clip in. It's this, like, little ribbon part is a little bulged up. Is that correct? That is gonna get pushed up, like, that's normal. Because, yeah, it clips down and it fits fine. It's just so goddamn small. I mean, it's like there's the strip, and then there's two little mechanisms on each side that have to lock in right there. So it's like you can't lead it in the wrong direction, I don't think. I think so too, Stavarius. What's funny is, because, you know, computers are listening to us all the time. After stream, I was suggested so many videos about how to tattoo on oranges. Make sure the bar is symmetrical and not the wrong way. The flip down bar, it looks symmetrical. I didn't flip the wire at all. It's exactly the way it was. Right? Yeah, I can see. So the red goes to that. I can see the mystical enchantments tell me that I did it correctly. I'll do it again just for good measure. Pop. Okay. Flip back. And you go right. Nope, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. And nobody likes you. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it clips in pretty firmly. And then the bar goes down. Okay. Yeah, I bought a new HDMI just in case it, the HDMI got ruined because of the monitor. Where did I put it? Hold on. Oh, God. HDMI protection, bitch. What up, motherfucker? Welcome to surgery, everybody. It's lovely to see all of you. It may not have been totally flat. How could it go in not totally flat? It's like a solid. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I hope so. I've genuinely, I don't think I've ever heard of an iFixit kit before. It sounds exciting, though. Don't lose that. Whatever that. Oh, it's just HDMI cap. All right. Let's fucking see. Do I have a power? Where is the power cord? Oh, it's on the... I hope I didn't throw it in fury. That's my boy. Yeah, I love the Midnight. They're great. Yeah. If you've ever listened to the Midnight, you should hear Starcadian as well. They're great. He's my little buddy. Okay. Shit, fuck. What did I do with the power cord? Oh my god, I actually think I put it away like a good girl. Hold on. Who is she? I save everything. Thank you for the follow. Dude, no shit. So if you like them, I could go. I mean, seriously, you should come by on a Friday. Every Friday we do Faded Friday where I get super high, but we just listen to music all day. I am obsessed with music. You say a band and I'm going to go off on 20 other bands. It's an addiction. I fucking love music. She has power. Let's test. Does she get image? So we didn't make it worse. It's exactly the same, though. Ugh. You can see the lines. That shit. That is not supposed to be there. I know, sledgehammer or pickaxe. Kind of a bummer. It was a good idea. I mean, we didn't make it worse. That's something, right? Press on it. Nothing. Lame. Oh my god, should I do it with the pickaxe? Yes, I definitely got bold. It was almost like a respectful thing when I got away with it. Fiddling with the black cable, let's see. No, it doesn't look like it. Not the black cable. Bummer. How about just hitting it? Did I do it? No. Wow, I just hit that so hard. Durable little shit. Kind of. Bummer. Percussive, yeah. Ooh! Did I do it? Yeah, that felt good. I did it! I broke something, everyone. And we're just gonna pretend the power was off when I did it. Well, that was fun. Like, genuinely, that was fun. No shit. I'm not even fucking. That was fun. I liked that. That was my first time breaking into a monitor, and now I know what's in them. Is it weird that that's kind of thrilling to me? Yeah, I feel like I learned a lot. Like, I don't know, this is so weird. I had no mental picture of what the inside of a PC should look like in my head. Or inside of a monitor, excuse me. I just didn't know at all. I don't think I've never broken into a monitor. Now I have a general idea of what the fuck is going on in there. It's kind of cool. Yeah, that wasn't a wasted experience by any means. And I got to punch a monitor to death. With my death punch in hand. It's so much empty space. Like, that's just a little fucking, it's just a little PCB in there. It's literally it. Yeah. I enjoyed that. Remind me never to make you angry. I'm not, what? Okay. I don't get angry. I don't lie well either. At all. Usually audio gear, sometimes a ton of circuitry, sometimes just tiny PCB and about 5 steel weights. Oh my god, if these ever break, can we please crack into them? My dudes. We might have to crack into some things. I don't know. But these, I mean, their Focal is very like, la-di-da, whatever, they're French. But they're like $1,000 minimum. It's disgusting. This was a migraine search to find the perfect headphones. I'd love to see if these are just fucking weighted. Oh, I'd love that. I wouldn't, I mean, they're phenomenal and they work amazing and I don't want to do that right now, but like, what are the French doing? Yeet skis. That's why this exists. Was me trying to figure out like what's not going to give me migraines. Which is ridiculous. What's a multimeter? I feel like I know what that is. Not all PCBs are small, but size is cost, so everyone is motivated to make them as small as they can. When you have that much room, is there a benefit to making them super small? Or would there be a benefit to making them larger? I don't know. Real question. Oh, I think I have one. It has the beeps. Yeah, I think I have one. I just forgot what it's called. I dated an engineer for a long time in college, so I picked up a few things. That's why I have that's why I can solder. I am a creature of many chameleon colors. Yeah. No shit. Recently, Zach pulled it out of a closet or something and was like, what is this? And I'm like, just put it back. I can't remember why I had it, though. Genuinely, I don't remember why I had that. I used to run on with my dad's stud finder and put it on people's butts and be like, you're a stud. Because I've always been funny. Looking. Cheers. Where's my bong? Boo. And oh. I don't know. They're all terrible. I wouldn't pick one over the other, but I have all the empathy. They're the fucking worst. I had one on Monday. I moved stuff around a lot, but I made it so there's all this room behind me now. So if I delicately do one of these, you get a good view of my menage. And god damn it. I feel like a mom sneaking around a sleeping baby. I'm like, just don't breathe. And they'll stay there. Cute. He's hungry. This is feed me. Feed me attitude. Yeah, it's cool. You're going to see. So this is Jen. And then Kira is right here. She's coiled up. But this is the albino one that's like blind. These are my two boas. And then up here is my Woma python. She's in winter torpor, though. So she gets a night-night felt cover and, you know, water and whatnot. But yeah, when they're hungry, they go hunting. He's about a 5-foot snake. It's pretty ridiculous. He's pretty huge. But yeah, you get the whole view. I put the dog bed back there, and she'll actually sleep on that chair if she doesn't see me give her attention. Hi, Bill. How's my sweet girl? I'm sorry I looked at you. Hi, Boba. Is it time for a break? Probably. Yeah, we're obviously going late. We've had a day. Look at that tongue, dude. Damn. What's on my hand? They're washed. Monitor dust? This can't be good. Thank you. I hope they've been laying out in it all day, and there's going to be even more space once I get rid of that desk. This whole space will be open, and hopefully I want to get some sort of like love seat or something, just a chair. Yes, 100%. I mean, Stavarius, there's a reason my snakes are stacked vertically and not horizontally, because they'll hunt each other. These fuckers don't give a shit. Pythons will eat anything. They'll eat my arm if they want. Like, they don't. To them, it's just like, hot pink, hunt! They just are stupid, for lack of a better word. They're not that, like, tippy top, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is the hunting mode. I need to go get them rats. Honestly, my pet store just doesn't have big enough ones yet. They are amazing. I mean, if I could, like, I never ever thought of myself as a poodle person, but they're just, like, kind of the perfect combination of dog. They're, like, they've got spurts of energy where they do this shit, and they'll battle with each other and kind of, like, mouth at each other or whatever. But it only lasts for, like, 15, 20 minutes, and then they're done, and they go to sleep, and they nap. And then in a couple hours, they'll do the same, and it's just, like, rinse, repeat. But they're, like, goofy and snuggly, too. You're like a big teddy bear, huh, bud? Until you get groomed this Monday, and then you're gonna look skinny as hell. Look at those perfect teeth. Look at that smile. There's my boy. Yeah. You have such beauty. And then Little's gonna hump. She's jealous. They're both boa constrictors. I think they're called BCIs or BCCs or something like that. She is an albino. It's like Sunglow albino call or something like that. She's all coiled up so you can barely see her. And then this one, he's a jungle boa constrictor. And if he didn't seem so goddamn hungry, I'd take him out. But I genuinely don't know where TOS lands on a snake biting you. Like, he wouldn't try to eat me. He would snap at me, cause some bleeding, and then back off. He'd be fine. But, like, injury on stream, I don't know. I'm just nervous about that. So I need to feed them so you guys can actually, like, see them up close and then enjoy them from afar. You see dead pythons that were brave enough to try to eat an alligator. They oftentimes will try to eat their own ass, like create the Ouroboros. They're not very smart. That's why they're like, it tends to be like the bigger, chonkier the snake, kind of ding-dingier they are, whereas like small, speedy little snakes have to be kind of like smarter. They're like the jumping spiders a little bit. Right, and that's TOS is all over the place, and I don't want to freak anyone out either. Like, I don't want anyone to develop a fear of snakes just because my dumb snakes, like, think I'm food. But I will get them fed because they are stunning. They're very beautiful. They're named after the character. Stop it, Bill. It's weird. It's weird. They're named after the characters from the Dark Crystal. That's why they're Jen and Kira. Not just random names. Ma'am. Look at that face. You look like a little bear. You're so cute. That my boy. Yeah. Amazon would probably do a channel strike because it's too much effort to process it normally. Yeah. Like, I know most of you would be fine, but goddamn it. The risk reward. Normally, Kira's out and about. I think she might be cold because this is where their heating mats are on the sides. That's why there's tape. I think she might be cold, so she's all coiled against it. But she's usually out. She's usually the one that first gets hungry. And I see her, she just stares. She's blind because the albinos are blind, unfortunately. But she can still see movement. And so she kind of just follows me with her head. It's pretty weird. You want to go outside? Oh. Boobs are not launching pads. That is a fact. I had a milk snake bite me when I was handling it one time. Didn't even notice. That's exactly what it's like when these guys bite you. It feels like something headbutting you or like someone knocking into your arm. And you're just like, oh. And then you move on until you notice a little bit of blood because they don't have fangs. Their teeth are basically like sandpaper or like a fish. Just like little tiny that are meant for like grip, not for biting. So like if they're big enough, they definitely draw blood. But it's less than a paper cut. Like, I don't even notice it, but I would never want to freak anyone out, and I don't want to get TOS striking me down for that shit. That would suck. So in the meantime, you get to just see them be really angry. Oh, I have my sign out. Hold on. Does it still glow? Man, adulthood is just about getting all the toys you wanted as a child. At the ripe age of 31, I was given a light bright for the first time in my entire life, and I've never had anything else on it except big dick energy. But I have a whole bag of these little light bright lights. I gotta put something new on it someday. But that's all adulthood is. Get the toys you didn't get to have. I wanted a light bright so goddamn bad. So goddamn bad. Now I have one. Ooh, silver. I will definitely look at those. Thank you. Right? What else do you do with a light bright? That was my instinct. I think I did that Christmas morning and I just never changed it. Like, a while ago. I don't want to talk about it. Look at her. Okay, I promised. Okay, break time. Every few hours we take a break. Stretch your legs. Float a bowl. Do what you need to do. Get a drink. I will be right back. Yeah? Oh, now you guys get to see the post go outside. Excitement. I love this. You guys get to see them now. What? You want to go outside? Do you want to go outside? Is that... I'm gonna buy Scissor to throat first. What was that? Oh, they have so much more room now. So much more room. And now she's gonna dig in her bed. Don't know what that means. Oh my god, what is it, my bookshelf? I'll have you know that the bookshelf has been rearranged by alphabetical order. So, if that freaked anyone out, my color-coded rainbow bookshelf. The part about it that drove me nuts was that to color-code it, it meant that I had to break apart series. And I have complete series of a lot of comics. Like, a lot. And so I had to give in, either keep the series together and go alphabetical or go color. And I just couldn't do it anymore. So my bookshelf is now in alphabetical order with the full series in order as presented. You're welcome. I'll take a picture. I understand your OCD. It just took me a while. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Holy. Loud. More of a furry since you turned 31. Maybe that's you just embracing it more. What's more of a furry? Wait, what does that mean? They are, but I gave them treats. So we're indulging in turkey tendons. They're delectable, as you can see. I wonder what was wrong with the monitor. Like, still, like, we didn't find it. It's busted, but, like, what is it? Who are you? Not you, Bill. You're fine. Cheers. What up, C-Town? How are you? What up, McTaggart? I hope you're doing well. It's lunchtime. I know, all the Pacific North. It is interesting. Like, it's interesting because it's not what I would have guessed. like a lot of the people that tend to come in later in the stream are like UK folks and then West Coast, and most of like early stream is like East Coast. And then movie night is East Coast and UK. It's very odd. Like, not because they're all staying up so fucking late. It's crazy. Just not what you would guess. That's the only reason. Deadline in the screen, it trickled down. It's fucking amazing. Upsetting. You are hardcore. It's facts. I'm honestly really glad I grew up a furry. Being one since I was like 9 before I knew what a furry was opened me up to being able to express myself better and be more open-minded. You know what, Alexis? I say that a lot about just being a weird kid. What people called weird. And I'm sure you got that knowing who you were as early on. Like, I've told you this before, but when I was a kid, I remember this. It's crazy. I remember it so clearly. I could probably paint the kitchen set in my little Catholic preschool. But when we had like recess or whatever, I would drop down on all fours. Don't be weird. I was in preschool. And instantaneously, I'm the dog. I'm the cat. And I'd find a collar or something, and I'd put it on, and I'd walk around on all fours where everyone was, like, making tea or whatever, making stuff with the kitchen stuff. Like, that was instantaneous. I've always been the kid that wanted to collect bugs or, like, had a bug best friend or something. Like, I've always been weird. And I think because of that, I never had, like, I'm more open, I guess. I don't know how you would put that. Like, I think you kind of nailed it on the head. Whatever brings you joy, lean into it. 100%. And for some of us, that just doesn't fit the mold. You know, like most, and I'm not saying all, but most mothers, at least mine, really wanted girly girls that wanted to wear fluffy dresses and have big curly hair and get married in their 20s and have lots of babies. And play with baby dolls and Barbies. And what did I do? I literally was Sid minus the evil component. I, like, would melt my Barbies into new forms just out of curiosity. It was very odd. Like, I did not play with them like a normal kid. Like, I never was. Oh, my first persona was a spider monkey because I like Diddy from Diddy Kong. Oh, I love that. This isn't a slight. It's a curiosity. Did openly smoking on stream, is that like a new thing allowed on Twitch? So, kind of, not really. I guess I've been doing it for a while. It's essentially whatever's legal in your state, you are allowed to do on stream. Now, my stream is absolutely tagged as like drugs and illicit activities or something like that because of the marijuana. But it's a thing where if it's recreationally legal and I'm obviously just barely 21, then it's totally fine. That being said, when I lived in Maryland, we smoked a lot of the devil's lettuce, jazz cabbage. We came up with some names. But yeah, it's essentially whatever's legal. And obviously there's an overall overarching rule with TOS that's like you can't do anything to a dangerous excess. But I don't. I nurse a bowl. I have like 2 bowls a day. I like nurse it all day long. I take these little micro hits. I don't think I've ever like purposefully gotten like in so fucking high I'm falling on myself and hurting myself. I think that's where Twitch wants to draw the line. I think. I'm totes fresh out of my teens. Risen. No cap. Oh. Yuck.
Okay.
Medical is okay. As long as you, like, if someone wrote a complaint, you'd have to present a medical card, I'm sure. Just like I'd have to, like, prove I lived in Colorado. I guess, right? It's just I've asked my stream manager about it, because I smoked off stream. I've smoked daily for many, many years. I smoked off stream for many, many years, just not wanting to contest Twitch, and just, it was being weird, and it was not totally legal in my state. I'm totally fine smoking off stream. Like, I'm not here to, like, risk my livelihood for weed. We've done it before. We can do it again. So I talked to my rep about it, and he's like, as long as it's legal in your state, you're fine. And you're not, I mean, I never do, but I don't encourage that either, because I think it's personally, this is just personal, and you can't generalize personal experience, but I really think there's only a certain amount of high you can get, and then it's a waste of your money and weed. Like, I've tried, who hasn't, to get, like, super fucking high, and there's a level of high I get, and now I'm just so high. I'm either so high I can't feel myself getting any higher, or I'm genuinely plateauing and I'm not getting any higher. I'm just maintaining this ridiculous level of being stoned. And I don't really like that. I like to walk straight, not like I'm on a boat. I already can't walk straight, let's be honest. I like to not do this, which is, yeah. What the stipulation is for the likes of me, because medically it's legal, but generally illegal. If it's medically legal, it's fine. It's just like you'd have to, if that was ever contested. Like Lizney has a medical card, so now she can talk about smoking cannabis, as opposed to like all the words we made up for weed before that. She has a medical card, so she feels safe talking about it. Like, if for some reason someone pulled chat logs of her talking about weed or something, because that was vital to something, like, she's not concerned about that because she has a medical card. I think that's fine. And honestly, like, I think it goes without saying, but, like, obviously not having the intention to distribute, which none of us have. Like, who the fuck wants to give away their weed? It's so expensive. Like, don't touch my drugs. But, like, that's, you know, common sense, I would think. But, man, is there a lot of dumb all over Twitch? Like, I don't fucking know. I know, I'm sorry. I don't know any, I genuinely, it's so repetitive because the only youth, what is it, slang that I know, I feel like one of those old parents being like, wow, that's so groovy. Cool, dude. Is Riz, Drip, No Cap. Oh God, there's one other one I used to know. None of them make sense, but they exist and I know them. I've heard them in the wild be genuinely used. It's real. It's real. It's zeitgeist now. I can't smoke because I developed an allergy. Oh, fuck. I can be around and just not partake. I do other things like spicy dicks, mainly, or happy huggy powder. Oh my God. I know that. What's spicy? Spicy dicks. Wait. Poppers? You don't have to confirm. I have to figure it out. Oh, shrooms. Okay. I was genuinely thinking, like, what is dick shaped? No, that's dope. I'm one of those weird people that thinks they should just legalize drugs, regulate it, and clean it up. People are going to do drugs no matter what. Why not eliminate the icky dealer and the icky putting fentanyl and everything and just clean it up and encourage people to use in moderation if they want to use? Like, that's me. I'm a freak. I know. A lot of people, like, and I've had a lot of family members overdose and whatnot, and I still stand by that. Because right now, the drugs that they're doing, no matter what, they're all fucking threaded with fentanyl and garbage. They're just disgusting. It's so sad. It's so fucking sad. I hate it. Addiction is so sad. Failing at spicy candy, I know. We can talk about drugs in an educational way as much as we want. If we're talking about allegedly or theoretically imbibing, we use words like allegedly or theoretically imbibing. Because no one does drugs at Burning Man. Prohibition doesn't work. No, it doesn't. People will do what they want to do, period, end of story. That's just facts. You can't stop that. Why not make it as safe as possible? We can talk about them holistically, yeah. We talk a lot. We actually have a lot of conversations because there's a few people in chat who have partners or they themselves use microdosing as a form of therapy, whether it's with ketamine or with psilocybin, and it has been fucking magical. Not a pun on magic mushrooms. It's genuinely changed their lives. Like, and I believe in that. I'm a medical professional. I have an active license. I 100% believe we need to be incorporating like more holistic approaches with Western medicine and all that crap. Because sometimes it's beautiful to see, like, I mean, just off the personal note, someone in our community's partner went from being almost agoraphobic to being able to go to like a state fair and eat some food and just chill. Like in a year of microdosing psilocybin. And I'm not saying that's for everybody. And you should definitely work with someone. But, like, that's fucking incredible. How can you categorize something like that? A mushroom that grows out of cow shit, and mind you, just a fucking mushroom. How can you categorize that as dangerous as heroin or meth? I genuinely don't know how you do that. I think it's gross. Yeah, it's amazing. Mushrooms are really cool. I've heard amazing things about that. I've heard people microdose with ketamine and stuff. I haven't fucked around with ketamine. The thing, and this is good advice for everybody, hypothetically or not. If you have any sort of medical license, I don't advise recreationally fucking with any sort of controlled substance, because if that is caught in your system, you lose your license immediately. If you're caught with not controlled substances, i.e. like cocaine or something, they offer you rehab. So, like, you do you, boo-boo. Life's about feeling things and experiencing things and having a good time. Be safe and, you know, acquire things in a safe way, because everything has fucking fentanyl in it. It's so scary. Like, I genuinely don't trust most things anywhere, because it's really just not... Unless it's, like, shrooms or something, because that grows out of the ground. Like, you're not fucking with that. It's not... What's the word I'm looking for? Processed? We, the Dutch, figured out weed was safe 50 years before the rest of the world catched on. I mean, genuinely, like, when you look into the history of the illegality of marijuana, it so blatantly comes from just systemic racism. Like, it was fine, and then Americans were like, I think we have to hate Mexican people. Let's say that they're stealing our women and getting our women high on marijuana, which makes them horny and want Mexican men. Because that's the only reason any of us would fall in love with a Mexican man, because of drugs. Like, that's very general, very, very layman's, but, like, you look into it, it's fucked up. No, I don't think genuinely anyone ever thought it was dangerous. Like, the only way weed can kill you is if a crate of it falls on your head and breaks your neck. Or you suffocate because the oxygen in the room is now lowered by the amount of marijuana smoke. Like, and I don't know how you do that. But yeah, that's really where, like, it was illegality of marijuana came from, cannabis. It's kind of crazy. When you look, it's fucking disgusting. There's so many issues are just systemic racism based. It's gross. Mexicans, black hippies were the target for MJ. Very much so. Yeah. Yes. It's so sad. I know. They started criminalizing cannabis and hemp because of pressure from the cotton industry. Oh, the hemp wars. Wasn't there? Well, I don't know if it was officially called that. I think I watched a documentary on hemp wars. Wasn't that something? Like, hemp was obviously the better product, but the cotton industry had all the money, and they just pushed and pushed and pushed against it and ran the fucking, what's the word? Propaganda. Same with MSG. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Yes. Same shit. 100%. Yeah. Today on News for Depression, available now nasal spray with ketamine. That's how most of the people I know who microdose with ketamine for depression, that's how they use ketamine. No, I don't know anybody injecting ketamine for like... Don't fuck with needles. Yeah, cheaper, easier to grow, easier to process. Yeah, and yet now it's like hemp clothing is what you see on, like, old rich white people that want to look poor but aren't. I don't know if I've said this today, by the way, but just because we're on the topic, trans men are men, trans women are women. Nobody owes us anything in how they outwardly present themselves, period, end of story, non-binary included. Amen. This will always be a safe place if you're different or weird or otherwise. I hate that I have to say that, but I'm just going to say it twice a day no matter what until this is all over. And by all, I mean my life or something. I don't know. Didn't the Australian people fought and lost multiple wars against various animals? I know there was one, emus. There was, I don't know if it was real, but there was like an emu war or some shit. Did it actually include emus though? I've said emu too many times. It doesn't feel like a word anymore. Oh, is there a new Sasha? That last one broke my fucking heart. Thank you. Thank you, VR. And Crispy. I've been so busy with my PC and rearranging this room, I haven't been on the internet at all, so I haven't seen anything. Yeah, C-Town, I think there's a documentary or something you can listen to or watch about it, and it's fascinating, and it was kind of heartbreaking. Because it just shows how many products get pushed into our lives and become like the default because just someone made money. It wasn't the best thing. We just talked about this recently with electricity, didn't we? My mind went AC, DC current, and I started thinking things. We just did this, right? 100% clutch. This is my thing with the ecstasy, Molly, MDMA, whatever. Allegedly, hypothetically speaking, the last 2 times I've been to Burning Man, there are no drugs at Burning Man. I have allegedly, hypothetically, once each time been like, I feel like partying. Like, let's fucking sick as a goddamn dog. And so my first thing to chat whenever I come back from Burning Man, we do a slideshow. I go through all my pictures and everything and talk about the trip and whatever. And the first thing I said was, all right, guys, next September/August, what are we all going to tell Katie? You allegedly, hypothetically, fucking hate Molly. Don't do that. We're all reminding Katie that for some people's bodies, it just fucking doesn't work. So many people are like, break it up into multiple pieces, take it at different times, blah, 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 blah. Not you. We love Molly. You're the only Molly. Just like Mayo McNasty's the only Mayo in my life, you are the only Molly. No, you're fine. You're fine. That being said, allegedly, hypothetically, same hurts. What the fuck is that? Sick as fuck for hours, just puking my goddamn guts out in the back of my Jeep, hurling, just for and there was nothing in me. I don't eat all day. I don't even know what the fuck was coming out of me. Both years though, same shit, and I'm done. Like, that's not my jam, I guess. That's just not what's happening. And no vapes for Zach ever again. Ever again. 100% Allie, I'm here to give you real experiences, and I'm not one of those people that's like, the whole world would be happier if we all just got a little high. Some drugs just aren't a good time for some people, and that's okay. Like, you don't need to try it 4 times and have 4 bad times because other people are trying to tell you different ways to take it. Like, there's other things to have fun with out there. Shroom tea is fun, Mishy. It is, like, I don't know how to make it well. I don't know how to put that. So the last time I experienced shroom tea, allegedly, actually, I think shrooms are legal in my state now, or the consumption or something. I don't know. Spicy dicks. The last time I made spicy dick tea, it was with friends in college, and I think it has something to do with the mushrooms, but the tea is like thick. And I don't fucking know how to explain that. It's like kind of gelatinous. It's not a solid, but like thick fucking water. And it's, mushrooms have like, stuff in them that's gelatinous and stuff. They're weird. Mushrooms are weird. Like, I get that, but it was the sick, like, I was, you try to, if you're ever gonna fuck around, and allegedly, hypothetically, you want to go into any experience in kind of an already good, you don't want to go into any experience feeling shitty or feeling icky, unless you're there therapeutically and you're going through something. There's different experiences, but in general, partying, you want to not be going into like, you don't want to drink depressed, you're just gonna cry, etc., right? And just getting the texture of this down changed my whole psyche, so I just had a really bad couple of days of like being really upset with myself and then forgiving myself and then being really upset with myself and then reliving 4th grade and then being really upset with myself and then forgiving myself. It was too long because just the texture. And if you're a texture person like me, it was like if smoothies could be hot and taste like dust. But I don't know how, there's got to be a different way to do it, right? That it's doesn't turn into Jell-O. A cold smoothie would be sick. Honestly, that's probably a good idea. Took you out for 2 days. Same. I'm not kidding. I had like a couple days of just like therapy with myself in my own brain. Did you trust where it came from? Or just one of those someone offered, it's 100% from a good source? Very much from a good source. Yep. And other people took from the same batch as me, hypothetically, allegedly, because there are no drugs at Burning Man, period, end of story. And if I hear any of you say otherwise, get the fuck out. You're wrong. From the same batch, everybody else had a fucking blast. It was great. One of them, actually, her experience turned very touchy, which was great. So she sat on the back end of my Jeep and rubbed my back in a circle for what felt like 48 hours, but was probably only 30 minutes. And she was living for it. And I just took my clothes off and I was like, thank you. Oh my God. But for her, it was just as good because she was just like, yeah, skin. It was great. Everybody else had a great time. It's me twice in a row, 2 years. And it's me. I don't know. Exactly. There are none. Allegedly. It's all hypothetical. Yeah, it's a lesson learned. It doesn't agree with me, and that's okay. I'm okay with that because honestly, I think it's one of those that got a little overhyped a little bit. Like I honestly like have a lot of fun on weed. Genuinely, I have a great time with weed. Like the lights are brighter, everything's very shiny. It's very fun in the middle of the night, just like getting very high and going out on your bike. I mean, not that there's drugs out there ever, but it's a blast. I've never really felt like I want it anymore. It's just like a lot of the people that I go to Burning Man with, allegedly, hypothetically, have really good sources, and everyone's so friendly. They're like, dude, would you like to partake? And I'm like, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. And maybe I'd like, yeah, sure. And then just fuck off. Never again. I'm just not. It's lesson learned, and that's okay. There's lots of other people to do. Lots of other people to do? And it's true. It's not what I meant to say. How's everyone doing? How is Ezekiel at Burning Man? Dude, Wasteland events I heard are amazing. Oh my god, I'm gonna be at Loveburn. You should look for me. You should write my camp down. I'm part of the Second Wind Pirate Cafe. I don't know our address because I'm irresponsible and I think we have a meeting this week and I'm gonna learn that stuff. It might actually be tonight, but no shit, I'm gonna be there. That's my burner group at Burning Man too. This is my first love burn. I'm very excited. But yeah, you should look me up. I'm super tall and blonde. I don't know how else to describe myself. That's it. Oh, no shit, the gladiator pet. Hold on, I'm gonna write that down. Oh, I'm so excited. It's so rare, but every once in a while you run into people in the mundane world, and you're like, oh, you're a burner. I gotta get a pen. Hold on. Should I hold up a sign that says ClassyKatie all the time? Wait, like all the time? I wouldn't. Your arms will get so tired. Hold on, I gotta write this down. Camp. I think I know your camp from. Do they burn too? Do they go to Burning Man? I think I've either been near them, like I've camped near them, or I've ridden my bike. That name sounds so familiar. We're usually in the neighborhood, like next to the big cock camp and shit like that. No, you're totally fine. No. I'm so excited. I'm gonna come find you. Oh, make a hat. Oh, I moved. It is a new background, technically. So this right here was where my bookshelf was, and this was the back of stream. But I'm desperately trying to open up this space for my dogs so they can do this kind of stuff, because it's just so much more. One of them is definitely under me. God damn it. She snuck under there like a little bitch. I'm trying to discourage this because they unplug stuff every once in a while. But I want to give them all this space to have, because they're big dogs, and it is nice to have space. He's so sweet. Lilith is definitely under my desk. She's a sneaky fuck. Fuck yes. Oh, I'm so excited. They have unplugged. I don't know if they've unplugged my PC. They've unplugged the monitors. The worst thing they do is every once in a while they'll hit one of the cords for GoXLR. And if GoXLR cords get bumped or breathed on, you have to restart all the software and all the audio gets fucked. Upgrade? Okay, hold on. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna come look for you. This song currently playing is Nobody Knows by Autograph. Can I ask how you got your burn name? I'll probably be walking around with my friend Kevin. His burn name is Big Ass Kevin. I'm always curious because none of us have good ones. I got gold butt. Kevin, no! Oh my god, is that still on here?
Shut up. Shut up, Kevin. Shut up, Kevin.
Shut up, Kevin. Big ass Kevin. That's important. Big ass Kevin. I got gold butt, but it's never like you don't choose your burn name. Some people don't have a burn name. It usually just ends up an obnoxious nickname you get for something you've done stupid. And I got mine by showing up on build day and not introducing myself to anyone, but wearing gold short shorts. So people would just go, "You fuck gold butt," and that's it. And I was like, "That's why you introduce yourself to people you're working with. This is why, because it could have been anything cool. I could have ended up with something cool. I don't know. That wasn't my journey, I guess." Well, did you turn my heater off? Because you're a bitch. I know. Now it's a thing. No shit. Actually, Chaos the leader, to be honest, at Aftermath, I told him I didn't have a name for the second year in a row, and he asked me what my experiences have been, and every year I've upgraded my experience, my outfits. Oh, I love that. I feel like that's forever. Like, no matter if you're Wasteland, Burn, etc., I feel like that's a journey literally forever, because I do the same. Every year, it's like I make some, not necessarily a big purchase, but like kind of one major purchase, and all my costumes are thrifted. I just go raid thrift stores. I fucking love thrifting more than anything in the world. So I get a lot of, that's what I do. And every year I upgrade a little bit, and I kind of get a feel for what, this is my first love burn though. So I genuinely like have no idea what it's like the heat, but also the ocean, and also lots of rain. Like I was there for mud burn, so I'm good with rain, but like, I don't know. Could have been Rocky, could have been anything. Genuinely, like, I've never had a nickname in my life. Like, Katie is a nickname. My parents named me a nickname. So I've just never had one. And when I started going to Burning Man and shit, I was like, oh man, what if I'm just like, cool. I like gold. That's Katie. It's just forever. I just get stuck. It could have been anything, though. Definitely wasn't going to be classy. Bird name, wasteland name, username, no one goes by their real name anymore. Not complaining. I friggin' go by Gator. I mean, I think there's a case of a lot of us are duplicates. Like, when I was in school, I got called my last name mostly, because in my school that was so small, there was 3 Katies in my grade, and 2 of us were a K with the same last initial, and both really tall and on the basketball team. So it was fucked. We had to just go by your last name. Like, there's so many of that. And, you know, I met a guy, he was an ESO player, like a really, really good ESO player. He was super fucking talented. He was really good at the math. And he got a job at ESO because he was so good at the math of ESO. And when he got a job there, I got to meet him, and we went out to lunch one day, and I was like, so what do you want to go by? Like, I know your real name now, obviously, because you work here, but, like, do you want me to call you that, or do you want me to call you your username? And he said, call me my username. You know, like, I didn't get a say in my name at all. This is what my parents chose for me, but, like, this is the identity I got to create for myself. And look where it got me, and I was like, fucking A. Fucking A. He's so cute. Cheers. 5 kids in my class. We had a lot of duplicates. Like, there was 3 Katies, 4 Brandons. 4 Jessicas. And my graduating class, no, it was like 36 kids. Like, that was half the class. In this itty bitty fuck town. Like, how did no one speak before they named their children? I don't fucking know. But there was so many repeats. It was so weird. It's honestly like an annoyingly long name. The Second Wind Pirate Cafe. Because we're open from 9 to midnight, and we give you whiskey and coffee. And hot cocoa, if you're nice. That's our gift. We have a bar. It's very obvious, so every night, from 9 to midnight or whatever, you'll see a big old pirate bar with a bunch of very, very cheesy looking pirate dressed gays. It's amazing. But Second Wind Pirate Cafe, Gold Butt, Big Ass Kevin, or Montana. That's my partner, the streamer in the other room. He will also be there, and he got Montana because that's literally where he's from. Like, that's They just, like I said, no one gets a cool name. It's usually mean. Like, I'll give you an example of a name that got given this year, which was fucking hilarious. I know, he's so fucking cute. The other one's under my desk. Tobacco, I know. It's a case of we did it, and I'm sure Zeke has talked about this, but seriously, like, we work from home, and we're never not with them, so the separation anxiety is unreal. Genuinely unreal. Like, Bill is more quiet about it, but, like, if Zeke leaves the house, she goes outside and sits with her nose in the, like, gate of our fence, and just sits there and goes, oh, forever. She won't. I've taken video and pictures of it and sent it to him. I'm like, you have to come home. Like, I can't get her out of the fence. She just sits there. It's more quiet. Whereas he does the panic, like, they're both terrible. We did it, though. I mean, also, they're COVID dogs. So, like, the first 2 years of their life, they genuinely didn't have anything but us 24/7. But they're really loving. But we definitely did it. Like, the girl is literally the pale one, the tan one. She's under my desk right now on my feet. Because she's a sneaky whore. I'm trying to discourage this. But she's there and she's asleep. So I guess we just... Oh. Nope. Okay. Just kidding. I had 4 friends named Thomas. We just called them by their last names. That was basically everyone went by their last name or like some odd variation of their last name. Like a nick, I'm sure you know the ones I'm talking about, but there's like nicknames to last names. There was a lot of those. VR, I sometimes think about that and it breaks my soul. The fact that at one point, the 2 of them did not make up my thigh. Like I have a picture of myself sitting on my kitchen floor with them when they're like little butterballs. And they're just so small. I know. And this, March 25th is their birthday. They turned 5. How? How? How has the time gone? My sweet babies. They're so big now and old. I know, I'm talking about you. Mm-hmm.
Now
They sense it. I don't
I'm
know
going to fuck
They
you
sense it.
with Satan's cock.
This is a good cover, right, McTaggart? This is by Gunship. Hurts 20. I don't know. Because lifetime is fake. Thank you for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, giving any swings for 21 months. It's almost 2 years. It's a pretty fucking long time. Ghost will be 6. That's insane. She's just looking at me now. What? Would you like a cuddle? A little cuddle. Come have a snuggle. That's okay, we can snuggle. Gunship fucks. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I have like an amalgamation of music on here. Gunship and another one you'd probably like, you probably have already heard of. Yes, Bill. We're all giving you attention right now. What is it? Oh my god, I just blanked on the name. Oh, Justice? Like Neverender and shit? These are great. I love me some robot music. That's how I describe it. I don't know if that's actually how you would describe this music, but robot music is great. Come here. Don't hump him. You stop that. Every time. Stop that. Don't look. Come here. Hi, Bubba. Everyone is admiring how adorable you are all day. Now everyone gets to see what I see. You're just so cute all the time. Why do you have a stick? Have you been out in the doors? Yeah. Did you go on an adventure? Did you save a maiden in distress? Yeah, that's my boy. He is a curly void. Oh my god, Omega, I'm very excited for you. I saw Nine Inch Nails is touring this year. Might have to see if those are astronomically priced again, because I haven't seen Nine Inch Nails in a few years. Daft Punk is perfect. I love Daft Punk. Wow, I just heard Zach scream. That was emotional. My favorite cover of any song, Zbot? Oh my god. It probably changes with my mood. I would say, can I give you like a more broad answer? Hold on. It's not a great answer. It's kind of cheating. But basically almost anything that comes out of Leapfrog Studios is just great. It's so rare that he does a cover where he like takes a song that's not metal and makes it metal, and it's not better to me personally. I just really like that kind of sound. So when you said that, immediately it was like 4 covers by him that popped up, and I just don't know how I would pick one. Because they're great covers, but they're sometimes very funny at the same time, and sometimes they make me weep. I don't know. They're great. I'm trying to think of another cover though. That's a tough one. I've heard some really good covers. It's just hard coming to mind. His WAP is amazing. I was trying to think of like hold on. The one that comes to mind. I'll just pull it up. Because I think I almost saw WAP. WAP is incredible. He's taken some songs, and I know I'm not the only one that thinks that. He's taken some songs from like modern pop culture and shit like that and made me like them. I don't know how to say that. Hold on. Jeez, this mic stand is so broken. So broken. You're a bitch. Don't sass me. Okay. Because music. So that's it.